Whoa. They're gonna think we staged that. How you doing, Jace?
Good, how you doing, Scott?
Okay. Kind of worried about this smoke.
Yeah. I don't think the glassing's gonna be real good, huh?
It deteriorated fast.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah, good to see you.
Good to see you. This is my 11th archery mule deer tag, and I've only shot 2 bucks out of 10. Think we can go 3 for 11?
It would be great. You'd be above average then, because it's about average is about 20%.
Okay.
In Nevada.
All right.
1 out of 5. Yeah.
Camera guy Jace picked up the tag, and if it looks like a really hard stock, I'm just gonna sit and film, and we're gonna let Jace.
I like that idea. Or if you decide to pass, Jace, don't pass.
Oh. Yeah. We're here to have another good time. I don't know if we'll shoot a deer. It's smoky as all get out. A great big fire erupted over here. What did you say on your map, Jace? 29,000 acres?
Yeah.
And only 20-some% controlled. So you can't see it right here in our little campground, but it is really, really smoky. We'll walk out to that little point of trees right there. Is it too early to take a nap?
I got a feeling they're going to bed pretty early, so we might want to get on it.
Yeah. I'd shoot that thing. We need him to bed. Oh yeah, I'd shoot him real quick, like. How weird that he'd be by himself this time of year.
Well, he's disappeared for the day.
Saw a buck this morning. That counts for something. Got him marked on the map. He went down into those shady mahoganies there for the day. No way to stalk him if you can't see where he ended up. So steep, you can't tell where he went. So we're gonna use the rest of the morning heading. Probably gonna go north, Scott says. He's been here for a day ahead of us, glassing and looking, so we're just gonna do some exploring today. I'm not gonna get my beak sunburned.
No.
Well, it was a pretty good first morning, Scott.
Yeah.
Jace and I saw 3 bucks in here and 5 does. We saw that 3-point over there. That's not bad for a first. That's better than we normally do on a first morning. It's the heat of the day, so we're going back to camp. Scott says he's cooking elk broths. I'm gonna take a big long siesta, and then we're gonna go. A lot of people would say, well, why aren't you going back to this spot in the evening? Because where these deer are, it faces west, so it's gonna be the last place to shade. This is a better morning spot where they bedded. So tomorrow morning, I'm gonna come back in here and put them to bed. Tonight, we're gonna go and find slopes that face east, because those will shade up first. And the earlier the shade, the longer the deer will be on their feet in the afternoon, because they'll get up earlier. Take care of that for you.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, do you want me to turn my audio on, eh, Jace? Yeah. How could I bring this much stuff?
New setting pad.
All right. We saw a 3-point in here this morning, folks. So I'm bringing my bow. Jace, I've got game bags, knives.
And luck.
And what?
And luck.
Luck. Brought luck, yeah. Brought a big pack of luck here, Scott Jones. And that elk's right down in the bottom now. If you just follow your binos up the bottom around the corner, you'll see a big white object in the bottom. Scott, we've been here for an hour and a half, at least. The wind died down, that's good. But we've seen 3 bull elk, 3 does. I think Jace said he saw a spike elk over there. A pronghorn. And that buck, that 3-point buck that went down in that mahogany draw this morning, he didn't come back out.
No.
And here was the plan today, Scott.
Yeah.
I was gonna shoot this one, and then Jace would have 5 days to fill his tag. And you and I would eat that deer in 5 days.
He'd have been a good eater.
At least the back straps. I think tomorrow could be the day. What's tomorrow, Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday. That'd be a great day to kill a deer. If you got a choice, elk tacos or sandwiches?
Elk tacos.
Okay.
Size-wise, this is
Well, day 2. Gonna go and check out some new country today. Get down in that fold before I could see it. I think that was it now.
Seems that way. Doe or a little fork spike.
We might be going past this ridge all the way over to the other side by where you saw those sheep.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. You okay with that?
Yeah. Yeah. Then you'd have to sign your back.
What's that?
Then if you look, have to sign your back.
Right, that's my thought. Does. That's a nice buck. Ooh. We're trying to get to our glassing spot, but we keep seeing too many critters. Moose, deer, pronghorn. Well, there's a big group of elk here. There's about 100 elk here. There's some outside the aspens, and then a bunch in the aspens. So weird. I'm trying to get to another spot, but there's a lot of good country that I don't want to drive past. So I might not get to my spot till after the prime time. I'm gonna walk out on this point. Have the sun at our back. We saw more wildlife on the way here than I expect to see from the Glassing Knob. Pretty cool place. Yeah. Well, Scott Jones, we drove all the way out to this spot I had that I wanted to glass, and I saw 5 does and fawns. On the way here, we saw a group of 4 bucks. I saw moose, saw all kinds of pronghorn, herds of elk. I think I drove through the game-rich environment to get to the place I was convinced was going to be the mother lode.
You could see camp from where those bucks were.
I know, yeah, we could have walked out of camp and chased those 4 bucks.
Randy's at camp taking a nap, so Scott and I are going for a drive to look for some bucks. Hopefully we find them. Well, we're at our first spot. It's looking pretty decent. Glass off both sides of the ridge. Let's find us some. And so this draw we're looking at is pretty sunlit. So my thought here is maybe we can catch some deer moving beds. If we don't see something here quickly, I'm thinking if we pop over to this other side, we can look right into that sun and see a lot more shaded pockets. He's a good buck. Okay, spotted a buck. He's actually on our side of the canyon, which is really helpful. And the only tough part is he's in some thick matchstick timber with some thick underbrush, and he's a decent way down, so we'll see.
If you don't stalk, it greatly increases the chance you won't get one.
That is true. If we just stay here and watch him, he's not gonna die. All right, stalk has begun. Let's see what we can do.
So the buck is right off the end of my finger here. And Jace is going to be coming in from the left and hopefully be able to get him in the screen.
Okay, I think I'm within 200 yards of him. Time to take it slow. So the buck is probably 150 yards below me, but as you can see, this is thick. I left Scott with an orange butt pad, and I told him to keep it up on a bush unless the buck disappears. The pad is still sitting up there, so the buck is still bedded. But this is gonna be wicked hard to get in any closer. This is loud brush.
So the buck's up on his feet now. I can't see Jace. just not sure where Jace is at. If the buck's standing up because he's alerted because Jace is close, or just exactly what is going on. Actually, I'm going to move this way a little bit.
Buck is somewhere right here below me. I'm trying to get eyes on him, but I cannot see him, so I'm gonna have to keep pushing forward. Hope I don't bump him. Currently crawling through this snow. I'm at about 75 yards. I gotta get closer. There's a little opening about 10 yards in front of me. And then at that point, I'm gonna need him to come closer. But he's bedded, so we'll see.
There, he stood up. He stood up. Shoot him, Jace.
Well, I'm gonna let him go. I just missed over the top of him. I don't know how long I just freaking stalked him for, but I blew it. Missed him. Touche, Buck. I think he's out to like almost 70 yards right now, but I don't want to shoot him alert at 70. I got into 40 though. Oh boy, we'll talk about a deer bed. Look at this spot. He's been living in here. Dang it. I cut the distance from 85 yards when I first saw him. I don't know how I did it. Slow. It was probably a 2-hour stalk from the time I saw him until I finally released an arrow. I might have rushed it because as soon as he stood, I bent back and drew behind a big tree. And then from there, I came over and I think he was looking at me. So I was like, oh shoot, I think I just rushed it. I should have just settled a little longer before I released the arrow. But it was a clean miss, so I'm glad I didn't wound him. All right, Scott and I are coming back to go see Randy. I filled him in. He filled me in on what he saw. So it was a fun way to spend the middle of the day, though.
Yeah, I'm glad we did it.
Pretty close, maybe inches close for back straps tonight.
All right, folks. We're gonna go and spot a great big buck tonight so that we have one to kill in the morning. And depending on where we find them, we might send Jace, like, what's a name for you? Leather Stocking. Jace Leather Stocking McFetridge. Now we have it. Everyone on our team ends up with a name sooner or later.
I'll meet you at that X.
The bull.
It's a great big bull. Find out when the season opens here. The sun is going down. I've lost pretty much the last of any glassing light for very far away anyhow. So Scott left. He headed back to camp a little bit ago. I saw a big old moose over here just before dark. Been a pretty darn good day. So I don't know what the plan will be tomorrow. Hopefully while I'm laying in my go fast tonight, something real smart, something real productive comes to mind. But until then, you're gonna have to just enjoy the stalk of Jace today, and I'll try to do one tomorrow, folks.